Well, can you grow asparagus in the home garden? I think you can. And today we're here at Hill Farm with Susan Hill. She's the owner and operator here. Susan, can asparagus be a good one for the home gardener?
I think it's one of the best crops that you can do as a home gardener. It's low maintenance, high yielding,
excellent,
and a perennial. When you start it, you've got 15 or 20 years.
We're in Louisa County, Virginia. A lot of clay soils here, and I've noticed you're growing your asparagus in a raised bed. What's in this bed?
Well, what's in this bed is we started with the tobacco farm.
Okay.
With clay soil.
Right.
So in order to get around that, because this is a sea vegetable, you have to have very loose soil.
Okay.
Okay. So we put 30% compost, 70% soil.
Right.
Put the blocks around it to keep it contained.
Okay.
Keep the soil in, and then we plant it in that.
And it does much better in here than it would the native soils around here.
We can't compete with the weeds, and it can't come up in the clay.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, how did you plant these? What's the method that you got these started? These are kind of an older planting.
These are about 5 years old.
Okay, okay. So you used crowns?
Yeah, we used crowns in this particular bed, and we make a ditch about 8 to 12 inches deep.
Okay.
And you set the crown in there, you spread it out, set the crown, and then fill as it starts to grow.
Okay.
Until it gets totally filled.
I gotcha. And that's what time of the year? Is that early spring?
February, March.
February, March, okay. So you put those in, and now that'll come up, and you'll get spears that first year, maybe?
You'll get some spears the first year, about June.
Okay. Should they harvest those?
I would do it very lightly if I did it all.
Okay.
Depends on the age of the roots that you're putting in.
Oh, I gotcha. And then, but the following year when they come
Following year, you can start picking. They say that the next year pick 2 weeks. What we're doing here is we did these from seed.
Okay.
Beds are quite expensive to start.
Right.
And they're also bringing some disease from other farms.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we raise these from seed. For $3.99, I got 100 seeds. We're going to fertilize these all winter. We're going to overwinter them.
Okay.
And we're going to plant them in February, and we have 1-year-old crowns.
Oh, great. Yep. That's perfect. That's a lot less expensive to start.
The main thing is that you can't continually transplant these, so start in a little bit bigger container.
Okay, so a couple ways to get them planted. Now, I've noticed this bed is about 8 foot by 8 foot. How many crowns would you plant in this, do you think?
I think this is about 25, and this is perfect for a family of 4.
Oh, good. Okay.
Perfect size for a family of 4.
Gotcha, gotcha. That's great, because I know your bigger commercial beds out there are quite a bit longer. Now, what are the maintenance issues? What do you have to do, watering, fertilization on asparagus throughout the season?
Asparagus is a sea vegetable. It needs to be watered every day.
Okay.
If you're going to get good production, don't let the beds dry out. We put little molasses on it. Is good for it because it gets the microbes going.
Okay.
And then in the fall, we're going to be putting alfalfa pellets all over this whole thing to feed over the winter, and sometimes you can even mulch with straw over that.
Oh, right.
And the only problem with that is you could get asparagus beetles with it.
I see.
Your pest issue is asparagus beetles.
Asparagus beetles, okay.
But if you look at their life cycle, they lay their eggs in this tip.
Right.
And then those eggs hatch in, I think, 4 or 5 days. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
So if you pick every day, you're literally picking your pest off.
Oh, I see.
If you let it go, it's going to drop to the ground.
Okay. So that's another thing. Just keep them harvested
Just keep them harvested. These right here are harvested once or twice a day.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow. Well, those are beautiful asparagus, and let's go look and see how you cut them right now.
Okay. You're going to cut it down at the soil level.
Okay.
Okay. You want to make sure that your tip is nice and firm.
Okay.
So don't let them spread out. And then we don't want ones that are open too much.
I see.
It's not going to can well or taste well.
So when
if you do that, they should be very tight at the top when you do that. And as soon as you pick them, you need to put them in water.
Okay.
And store them in a cool place.
In a cool place inside.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, this is just a beautiful little operation you've got here. Thanks so much for letting us come out today and talk to you about asparagus.
Thank you. Everybody should plant asparagus.
That's right. Well, for more information about asparagus production, please contact your local county extension office and talk to a master gardener. For From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.